important reminder, don't get lost into bullshit type of spiritual concepts online. Okay, let's say the last couple years it was worse, but it got better now. But still, online there's so much spiritual lostness. Like, people talk about spiritual shit that don't got shit to do with real life. Look, how I see it is like, okay, certain spiritual concepts are of course only within, so you cannot even bring them into real life. But most of the type of spiritual shit you can actually bring out into real life. Matter of fact, is like, what the fuck is you even doing if you're not bringing that shit into real life, you know? People a lot of times, and I get it, it's like, it's part of the process sometimes, but like, people want to get so lost into just spiritual concepts, you know, just things that happen within and internally. While that is important, you're still a motherfucking human being. You're still in a human being body. You know what I'm saying? You're still having a human experience. You're still going to be going out there with 8 billion people. That's why, for example, like when I was like 18 years ago, one of my dreams was like, you know what I'm saying, to live like on an island, you know, just by myself or whatever, a couple of people, and just live in nature, you know. But then I thought to myself, what the fuck does the world benefit, you know what I'm saying, from me living on an island far away from people? Like, it's just lostness, you know what I'm saying? So like, and that's just one example. So what I mean by that is like, all that shit is good and well, but like, we have to bring that shit outside into the world, you know what I'm saying? We're on a planet with 8 billion other people, you know what I'm saying? With 8 billion other spirits having a human experience. So whatever type of spiritual concepts we cling onto, etc., they still have to be rooted within some real life type shit, you know. Now of course I understand the system bullshit is so much bullshit within the system that makes it really hard for certain concepts. I understand it, but what I'm trying to say with this video is like, always use like your discernment, you know. Only take things on that truly resonate with you, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just a lot of lostness out here. And that's no knock to any person, you know what I'm saying, doing spiritual contact, whatever. But the thing is, a lot of people, I think, start too early before they're spiritually matured enough yet, you know. For me personally, everything I talk about, I like knew this shit like 10 years, even more ago, you know what I'm saying? But I only chose now to speak about it because now my spirit is mature, you know what I'm saying? I can really speak from the heart. I can really speak from my soul. I don't have to mix it with ego, you know? And a lot of these spiritual type of content creators and stuff, it's still a lot of egotistical standpoints, you know, a lot of things still that's rooted in ego, you know. I don't like to do human ego. That's such a human aspect, you know. Ego is really a human aspect. Once you really get aligned with your soul, like, it doesn't resonate, you know. It's more like a human thing, you know. For me, there's no competition, you know. The only competition I have is with myself, you know, with myself from yesterday. And that's the person who I'm trying to be daily, you know. And that should be the mindset, not like looking at what other people do and stuff. But with that being said, like I said, when it comes to your spiritual path, to your journey, to your life journey in general, only take what resonates, you know what I'm saying? Use self-reflection still, you know, because like sometimes shit can sound good in the moment, but then you like reflect on it and you're like, it doesn't even like correlate with my life, you know what I'm saying? And you cannot even actualize that shit, you know what I'm saying? Most things I talk about, you can really actually actualize it, you know what I'm saying? Really bring it into real life. Now, of course, certain spiritual aspects, of course, they can only be felt within and stuff. I get that part, you know, because it's within the spirit. But a lot of shit you can actually bring out into real life, you know what I'm saying? So don't get lost in whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just always look for meaning within yourself and see what resonates for you, you know what I'm saying? So that's an important disclaimer. With that being said, don't worry about it too much. Your spirit is always gonna lead you to wherever you gotta go. With that being said, I love you. I appreciate you. Together we are changing the world, and let's go.